Welcome to That's Wild Podcast, the podcast that explores the amazing natural world that surrounds us and astounds us. I'm your MC, Dustin Bean, and our hosts, Susan Altrui and Joy Matlock, will share insights and mind-blowing facts that will leave you saying, "That's wild." It's all about inspiring you, the listener, to value and conserve our natural world. That's Wild is brought to you by the Arkansas Zoological Foundation and produced by the Little Rock Zoo. So with that, let's get wild.
Kicking, shouting, pouting. We're not talking about 2-year-old meltdowns. Not even talking about your husband watching the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my.
We are talking about the animals that are divas in wildlife today. And who knew that so many animals have diva-like behavior, Susan?
Oh.
But it's possible. And we're going to find out just how.
Well, speaking of divas,
Yes.
Joy.
Yes.
I actually brought us some crowns for us to mark this occasion.
Of course you did.
Of course we did. We found out in one of our previous episodes that for Halloween you like to dress up as a princess.
Yes.
I thought you might like that for today.
This feels very familiar, actually.
It does it now. So, at the zoo, we also had the Dragon Kingdom, which was 14 animatronic dragons. And so naturally, I had to crown myself as the queen of Dragon Kingdom, being the director of the zoo. So I love wearing a crown. That should be no surprise to anyone, just like you do. So we will be the queens of the podcast today.
Or at least this segment.
Or at least for the segment, right?
If it stays on.
At least in our own minds.
Yes.
So we will temporarily have the crown, but I don't think I'll be able to balance this for the entire episode.
It's a beautiful crown, by the way, though.
Thank you.
You're
So
welcome.
is yours.
Thank you.
I like it. I like being regal like this. It's very fun. It's
very fancy.
Okay, now I'm going to have to take this off
Yeah.
because there's absolutely no way that I'm going to be able to. But we're going to have this as a little accoutrement for the rest of the podcast today. So welcome to That's Wild.
That's wild.
Yeah, we're so excited to be here again. So excited for this show, Drama Llama, all of the fun thing. And speaking of hats, I just have to say, I ran into one of our producers this weekend. She was out with a fabulous red hat in honor of our very own Razorback. We film in the heart of the SEC here in Little Rock, Arkansas. The Hogs beat Tennessee. Woohoo! Huge thing for the Hogs to do. Now, if you're in SEC land, SEC and the Hogs, ultimate drama llamas.
Ultimate.
All
the fans.
All the fans in
All
the
of them.
SEC, especially here in Arkansas,
Yeah.
are drama llamas.
I think the Hog fans take it to another level.
Oh, yes. I mean, my gosh, you want to talk about taking it to another level. We take it to another level. And let me tell you, no matter what, we are loyal to our team. And Hogs, we are loyal to those Hogs no matter what, and you got to love that. But, we have been hanging on to that miracle on Markham for a lot of years.
Far too long.
So that win over Tennessee was needed. It was needed. It was needed because, we've been hanging on to that miracle on Markham for a little bit.
We needed some new blood, so good for that.
We needed something new. We needed something new.
For sure.
So congratulations to the Hogs, to the Razorbacks for that. So very excited
Hogs.
about that.
Woo pig.
But let's get into today's topic.
Okay, dramatic
Let's get into
animals.
Today's topic, dramatic animals.
Yes.
So what do we got today? Let's talk first about Berserk Llama Syndrome.
What is Berserk Llama Syndrome?
So this behavior is often caused if hats off to our producers. Hats off to the producers. We have a picture of what is a cute,
Beautiful
adorable little
llama.
llama here.
Reminds me of
Oh my
Casey.
God. What? Oh, who's Casey?
Casey is the llama at the Little Rock Zoo.
Oh my gosh, how about that?
Or alpaca. That's another thing we can talk about.
We're going to talk
Llama
about that, the
versus
difference
alpaca.
between a llama and an alpaca,
Okay, all right.
because we have alpacas, not llamas. I'm so glad you brought that up. But we're going to talk about llamas real quick.
Okay, llamas.
So this behavior is often caused if a llama, typically a male, of course it would be a male,
Of course.
because that causes the Berserk syndrome. Typically a male is hand-raised at a young age and bonds with humans. When it sexually matures, it may start attacking their owners, sometimes from behind. They will treat a human as they would another male. And this is why we say going berserk.
Going berserk. That sounds like it's a fitting behavior. And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's all I'll say about that. That said, did you have a friend you were telling me about that had a drama llama toy?
It's a funny story.
Okay.
So she had the most adorable little Westie, and she had just broken up with a boyfriend, and so she had this really cute little llama dog toy, and she named it after the boyfriend, of course.
So the dog. Okay, got it. Got it. Kind of like a voodoo doll.
Well, we'll move on from
We'll
that.
move on from
We'll
that.
move on.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of juvenile llamas, they're also called cria, if you're nasty. But
Wait. Did you just drop a juvenile joke? I think you did.
I did, or a la Janet Jackson, for our Gen Xers out there. So
Okay,
you might have caught that.
only a certain group that's listening or watching is going to understand
Right,
that juvenile joke. Okay, move forward.
Okay,
Move forward.
so juvenile llamas, or cria, they can be overexposed to humans as they're being raised, so much so that they think that those humans are llamas along with them.
Oh.
And so later on, as they've grown to maturity, they'll assert their dominance over those llamas, or those humans that they believe are llamas, and that can be seen in chest bumping, in charging them, or leg wrestling, just any kind of biting, spitting, fighting. So,
Gosh, that's like a Friday night at the honky tonk.
I don't know where you go, but I don't see.
Oh, come on. You went to the Electric Cowboy.
Okay, I did. Back in the
don't
day.
pretend like you didn't go to the Electric Cowboy. If you've been in Arkansas, you went to the Electric
That's
Cowboy
right.
here. I mean,
That's
know
been
you
years ago. It's been years ago, but yes, I may have darkened the door from time
I'm
to
a
time.
little bit ashamed to say
What?
I went to the Electric Cowboy just recently.
Oh, I'm talking about the 90s. You're talking about this past month.
So here's the story. So I have this friend who is about 10 years younger than me, and she is European. And let me tell you, Europeans you cannot keep up with, because Europeans party.
Okay.
Even the ones our age and older, they are down to clown.
Okay.
And it was probably 10 p.m. in the evening, and our friend Anita was like, "Let's go, let's party." And so our friend Otto, who was driving, who is in his 50s, was like, "All right, where do we want to go?" And the only place that was open was the Electric Cowboy. So we just decided to go check it out. Had not been since the 90s.
Right.
Turns out it has not changed.
Wow. So they still have college
has not
night on
changed.
Thursdays?
Turns out. And so we visited I will not be back anytime soon.
Okay.
But it was a fun adventure.
Yes,
you know.
yes.
I mean, we were out till 2 a.m.
Wow.
I was about to fall asleep on the dance floor because everyone that was there could have been my child.
Right.
But
hey,
it was great.
But shout out to Electric Cowboy for still
but
providing
I'm gonna tell you,
fun for
it's hard to
Arkansans.
keep up with those Europeans. I mean, it is hard to keep up with the Europeans because they are ready to party all night.
Well,
that's just what they do. It is what
That's
they
the trait we should
do.
maybe borrow from them and learn from them.
Woo, let me tell you.
That is funny. So I think we're also talking about animal superpowers
Speaking
today.
of superpowers that Europeans have to party all night, let's talk about the natural world and the animal kingdom, because there's a lot of animals that have a different set of rules and capabilities.
Okay.
It's not always pretty. Sometimes it's more than a little macabre. Is that how you say that word? So our producers put this word on here for me. Is that how you say that?
I think it's macabre.
Macabre?
Right. Yes.
Macabre.
Mhm. Tomato,
okay.
tomato. Yeah.
Macabre, macabre. What does that mean?
It means really dark, really scary.
I should know what that word
should
means.
know what
This
that
is a
means.
vocabulary word that I should know.
You know other words. You know lots of other words.
I do know really big words.
You do know big words.
I know a lot of big words, but I don't know that word for some reason. Why do I not know that word?
Well, speaking of drama and macabre stuff, have you ever been so mad that you thought you might explode? Has anyone ever got you that angry that something make you want to just explode?
Maybe.
Well, there are creatures in the natural world that have that capability. It might not be maybe that they're mad or angry. Maybe they're defending themselves.
Animals explode?
They can explode. There is the Malaysian exploding ant who uses stay with me. It's got a mandibular part of its body that runs the length of its body.
Oh.
It's got venom in its head.
Oh, I think we have a picture right
and
here.
if ever it feels scared or it's trying to defend itself or its young, it can decide to self-explode, and all the venom that's in its head will go over its prey and end, of course, his own life and the life of the prey. So,
I mean, that's a way to end a party.
I mean,
That's a way to go
beware.
out.
Don't make a
Be
Malaysian
done.
ant mad at you.
Yeah, don't make them mad because the party's over.
It's over.
Done.
It's over.
Game, set, match.
So here's a wonderful illustration of happening in action.
I mean, do you think that when they're fighting, like that the other opponent knows that at any moment that this individual that they're fighting could just blow up?
Surely they couldn't, because why would you continue to press the buttons if you did know that?
Yeah, you would not want to, as they say, poke the bear.
Exactly.
In this case, poke the ant.
That's right.
Keep
because
it going
it'd be over
there.
for you.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
literally over for you.
Literally.
But no, I did not know that. I was like, what a very strange, interesting
That's a bizarre adaptation
Yep,
there.
for sure.
You know, there's also the hognose snake, which fakes its own death, similar to a possum.
Okay, I guess that'd come in handy if you wanted to end a conversation.
Yeah, it also is very much another way to end a conversation.
That, or I think I overheard one of our producers say if you wanted to call in dead to work, you could be like the hognose. Like, I won't be there. I've gone to the next life. I'm sorry.
Just faking my own death. Oh gosh.
So there's another type of diva out in the natural world. Not necessarily an entrance, but makes an interesting exit. And these are called the pistol shrimp.
Oh.
And they're also called snapper shrimp. And they defy all the shrimp stereotypes, which I'm not quite sure what the other shrimp stereotypes are, but
The shrimp stereotype. Okay.
they defy them. These pistol shrimp, create bubbles that they can burst. And when they do burst, they create a sound that's louder than a gunshot, if you can believe that. And the temperature of the bubbles is hotter than lava.
Which is wild.
That's crazy.
Is wild.
So my question is, if he's carrying around this sack of hot stuff, how does that not kill the shrimp as he's, I don't know. Maybe
That's wild.
Maybe it's like one of those hand warmers that once it explodes, that's when it heats. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
I like that analogy.
I should have been a biology major.
Look at you. Look at you.
But they produce those bubbles that shoot out, and they're deadly, obviously, to their victims, and they go jackhammering into rock to hide to get away from that potential predator.
Now that is wild and fascinating.
Yeah.
It's so interesting to me. Now, some other interesting information. They almost interfered with World War II because the pistol shrimp threw a wrench into the U.S. Navy's defense plan. Their snap, crackle, pop sound began interfering with sonar used to detect enemy ships, as it would, right?
Of course.
And that was causing sailors to bring in researchers from the University of California Division of War Research to investigate, like, what's really going on here? Why am I hearing this snap, crackle, pop sound?
That's amazing.
And and that's how they kind of discovered what was happening with this animal, which is really wild.
Right.
I mean, that's wild.
It is wild.
Yeah.
It's wild. I would love to know what the adaptation, what the reason for, I mean, because, most of the adaptations we learned about is because an animal needs that particular defense for where they live, X, Y, Z. So I would love to know more about why the pistol shrimp needed to sound like a gun. I mean, underneath the water, I don't get it.
I want to know, did the pistol shrimp know what a gun sound was?
Exactly.
And how in the first place?
Right.
But hard to know. Hard to know.
So we also have divas in the natural world that we're probably a little bit more close to home, because if anyone's out there as a dog owner, like I've owned a dog in the past, owned some dogs growing up, there are some species, or I should say breed of dogs, that are a little bit more vocal, dramatic than others.
And how are they drama queens?
Well, they can be really vocal with their barking or with their singing or with their howling, if you will. And in particular, I'm thinking about huskies. There's all kinds of.
Now, is that because they get jealous? What's the reason?
I don't know. Maybe it's they're jealous. Maybe they want their owner's attention. Maybe they want them to do what is on their agenda, not the owner's agenda.
No.
But yeah, there are several clips that you can see on TikTok and social media that show huskies, having full-on conversations back and forth with their owners about what they will and won't do, or what they want to do.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that's
it's pretty funny
yeah.
and wild.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah. Love that.
So, we work at a zoo. Obviously, we're talking about animals. We have any animals at our zoo that are diva-like?
We have plenty. And I think Hannah is here to introduce us to some of those.
Okay. Well, I would love to see who she brought today.
Oh my goodness, we have the cutest guest.
This is.
It's me.
Oh, Hannah.
I had to, sorry.
Okay, so Hannah, introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Hannah. I was here last time. I'm the curator at Little Rock Zoo. I'm one of the curators. And I get to teach you guys all about amazing ambassador animals.
Absolutely.
So who is our other cute guest?
Okay, so this is Reba.
Reba.
Reba is one of two of our Virginia opossums. We have two sisters, Dolly and Reba. They're Virginia opossums. They're the only marsupial in the United States. So they're the only marsupial in Arkansas. Do you guys remember what marsupial means?
I do not, but pretend that I do. But
I was going to say I know you.
Is it the pouch?
Yes, she's got
Ah,
a pouch
yeah.
to carry her babies in, just like a kangaroo does.
All
Yep.
right.
And as you can see right now, she's snacking down on some
She is.
eggs.
I mean,
She's
she
having
is really
breakfast.
snacking,
really
y'all. Like she
hungry.
just chomped down an egg and meant business. I
Yeah.
mean, I am
Yeah.
impressed with how she is chomping down
I
on this
love how
egg.
she's
She's
on
got a whole variety of stuff here. I mean, okay, explain what these pellets are that she's about to eat.
Okay, so she's got a whole variety because she's an omnivore. So
Okay.
these guys eat meat, they eat plants, they eat bugs, which is why they're so beneficial because they'll eat a lot of things that you don't want in your yard. Like they eat rotting fruit, they eat cockroaches, they're even scavengers that'll eat dead things. And if we
Really?
didn't- yeah.
I didn't know
just
that
like
about
vultures.
possums.
Wow.
Okay.
So they have a role to play in limiting the spread of disease because they're doing that. So these pellets are omnivore pellets. So they're specifically made for zoo animals, for zoo omnivores. So they're like a complete balanced diet.
Okay.
But she's
wow.
also got apples and carrots, and she
my
loves
gosh.
fish. She loves eggs.
Oh, does she have a favorite food?
The egg is way up there, but I think
She
these-
went for that first.
She
I mean,
did.
she
She did, yeah.
meant business with that egg. So,
yeah, she really likes fish too. They have a really
Yeah.
strong sense of smell. So there's
Fish, really?
Mm-hmm.
Are
do they
they
get
fishers? Like, will they go into the water to get the fish, or are they more like how will they go get the fish?
So they're mostly going to eat dead fish.
Okay, dead
fish
fish,
are
okay.
probably pretty. They're not specialists
That's rare
at
for
catching
them.
really fast
Okay.
fish, but they'll eat anything that's dead. But anything that's stinky, they've got a really strong sense of smell. So you see her eyes are a little bit funny. We actually get asked a lot if they're blind. They're not blind, but they do have really bad eyesight because
Okay.
they're nocturnal, so they don't really need to be able
So
to
they
see
will
that well.
smell you coming before they see you.
They
coming.
sure will.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Keep that in mind when you're doing your hygiene. We do have to be careful with not that us keepers wear a lot of perfume or anything, but they do react to that because they have really, really strong sense of smell.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh.
She is so cute.
she's pretty awesome.
Okay, so Hannah, please tell us a little bit more about this tail. I asked you if it was like nails, but you said it's not.
Describe the tail for us, Joy, because for those of us that are listening, I want you to describe what that tail looks
So
like.
at first glance, it kind of reminded me of like an alligator skin because it looks
yeah.
scaly.
Real scaly.
It's dark closer to her body, and then as you go down the tail, which is about probably 10 inches long by itself, almost the same size as her body, it gets lighter, and it's light towards the middle, and then towards the end, it's like a little pink curlicue. So can you tell us what it's made of?
So it's skin. They don't have any hair on their tail. Their tail is, I'm going to teach you another big word, and if you know what it means, I'm going to be really impressed. Prehensile.
Yes.
Okay, what does that mean?
That means that they can use the tail to hook onto things.
Yes, so they use it like a fifth hand. They can grab things.
Joy's so proud right
She's so
now.
proud of herself. So they can't hang from their tails like they do in movies and stuff. They're too big, especially a full-grown opossum. But they do use them to grab onto things. Like she'll carry her toys around. She'll carry nesting
Oh my
material with
gosh.
it. So they do use them to help climb and things like that.
Okay.
So that's part of why their tail is bald, so it helps with grip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I did say it was almost the length of her entire body. She's a full-grown adult?
She's full grown. She's about 2.5 years old. A lot of them don't live to be 2 years old in the wild because they get hit by cars a whole lot. That's one of the first things people bring up to us when we show them opossums is that they've never really seen a live one. So there's a really big thing you can do to help wild opossums, and that's to not litter. So we like to use these guys to talk about don't throw your trash out of your car window.
Pick it up.
Even if you think it's biodegradable, like an apple, which I used to be guilty of too. If you throw that out your car, these guys might get attracted to the side of the road.
Right.
They get hit by a car. And then other animals like vultures or hawks can also get hit by a car because they're coming down to eat these.
Carcass.
Yep.
Right. And you said we think she's about 2.5 years old, and you said they don't live that long out in the wild. How long will they live with the zoo, typically?
So they typically live to be about 4 years old is the oldest for us. They're prone to a lot of health problems. They don't age really, really gracefully, even though she looks beautiful. She doesn't look a
She
day
does.
past 2, right?
I mean, right? What's your secret? What are the anti-aging secrets?
It's the egg. It's the egg. The fish oil.
The fish oil.
She is fun. So she's an ambassador animal. I don't know if we actually have talked about what that means. What does it mean to be an ambassador animal?
That's a good question. So she's been trained to be around people. So these guys are wild animals. That's another thing we could get into if you guys want to. That this is a wild animal. She's not domesticated just because she's sitting here with us. She is tolerating our presence. She's not like a dog or a cat where she wants to be somebody's pet. She's just been worked with and trained to be comfortable around people. So all of our ambassador animals are taught to be around programs, and they're taught that it's a positive thing. If any of these guys don't want to do it, like a certain diva that was supposed to be here today, if
Called in sick, right?
She did. If they don't want to come here, they don't have to. So we do we take cue from them. We know their behavior, their body language. She's clearly very comfortable, very happy eating her snack. So
I really want to talk about choice, because that to me is something I don't think the public often knows much about, that in the zoo world we give our animals choice. And you mentioned Molly, who we were going to have as a guest today also, but then you came here to the studio and said, well, Molly's not going to be here because she didn't want to come.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, we like to say that Molly said no thank you.
Because she was a diva today.
She was, and that's on brand for her.
And that's okay.
Yeah, so we don't make any of these animals come on programs. We don't make them do anything. We ask, is what we say. So when I went to get Molly for this program, I offered my hand. I didn't force her to do anything, reached out. She didn't come to me. I tried again a couple times, got some peanuts. She still was not
like,
having it.
Nope,
so
not happening.
that's her prerogative to stay in her enclosure today.
Right.
I had food, and Reba's always down when I have food.
Well, I mean, that's most people,
I
I
mean,
think.
same.
isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, she is clearly food motivated.
She
I
is.
mean, she is going for it.
I don't know if we
so.
can get this on camera, but she's got her tail wrapped
I
around
can
kind of
lift it up a little bit.
the end of the tail.
Yeah, look at that.
Now, do we want to talk about these guys being drama queens?
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
That's why
I mean,
we're
this is
here.
what the episode
Yes.
is about.
So do you guys, I know you know, but I want to hear it.
Okay.
How are they known for being drama queens?
It's because they fake death, right?
Yes, they play dead.
They just kind of pass out and make it look like they're dead.
Yep.
Now
they
what?
call in dead, like
why,
you said.
why do they do that?
Yeah.
So it's actually an involuntary response. A lot of people do not realize that. So
Okay.
playing possum or playing dead.
Oh, that's why it's called playing
why it's called
Of
playing
course it
possum.
is.
Yep.
Of course it is.
So they actually get so stressed. Luckily, we don't do this. Get so stressed out that they just pass out.
Oh, man.
Bless their little hearts.
I know.
Bless their little hearts.
So when they do that, though, they're going limp, they're drooling, they're even emitting a smell so that they
Oh.
seem dead, so that whatever's
Wow.
bothering them will just leave. So yeah, it's totally involuntary. It lasts anywhere from a few minutes to a few hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, is that an ability that they have from from a young age, or is that something that happens once they get maturity?
It's
or?
not learned. It's something that's innate, that their body gets so stressed they just shut down.
Wow.
They just pass out, and it's actually pretty effective. The theory is that a lot of predators don't want to eat something that's dead
And
so it's-
smelly.
Right.
smelly,
exactly.
right.
Yeah.
So it's not as appetizing. So
I
Right.
can imagine.
they just fall over and hope for the best, which is what I'm going to do in our next meeting.
We've been having a lot of discussions about calling into work dead, and now we're just going to play dead in meetings.
There's a theme going on today.
There's a theme. There's a theme.
She is actually, I have to say, since I've been working at the zoo the last 5 years, I was like a normal civilian, if you will. You know, I had a dog, I've been around people who have cats. But I have to say, I have developed an appreciation of all these different types of animals we have at the zoo. And I would have never on my life said, oh, possum is cute. But she is cute. She is really
she's
cute.
adorable.
And what we can learn from them, you know, about being a little bit more conscientious about what you do with litter, and, you know, making sure that you are being a good steward of the earth, because it helps to protect them as well. So.
Well, and appreciative of possums just in general, and leaving them alone if they're in your backyard. I think there are a lot of people that might be a little fearful of possums, or think that they themselves might be pests, but they're not. They are taking care of the pests in your backyard, so you want the possum to be there. The possum is your friend. And aren't you? You are our little
They'll
friend.
even eat venomous
Yes.
snakes. Did you know that?
No,
they
I
are.
did not know
mean,
that.
I could tell you guys opossum facts all day. I won't. We
Love
could spend
that.
a whole
We
episode
could have a
talking
couple more
about
minutes
just
for it.
We do.
But yes, so they'll actually
Yeah.
kill and eat venomous snakes sometimes too. So
Wow.
there's many reasons to like them. And exactly what you said, even if they're not your favorite animal, just leave them alone. They've all got jobs to do. We aren't asking you to go cuddle them. In fact, you shouldn't.
No,
you shouldn't.
leave them alone. Yep, don't touch them.
But just leave them alone and let them do their job.
Yeah.
She's looking for more food. She's out.
She is. She's like,
always.
you've got a little bit more food for me, don't you?
Right, no, she's
There's
like,
I
some
do.
crumbs there that you can clean up there, sister. Yeah. Plenty of
Reba.
crumbs.
And Dolly didn't make it today, but Dolly's her sister, you said.
Dolly was down though. She smelled the food and she was like, "Can I
ready to
join
go.
you guys?"
She was ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a certain story about how the zoo came to acquire Reba and Dolly?
Yes. So these guys were orphaned in the wild. So our keeper staff hand raised them from the time they were very, very small. We worked with a rehabilitator. They were too little. Thank you. Her assistant bringing her snacks
Thank you,
here.
assistant.
Yeah.
So they were too little to release back into the wild. So this was the only safe place for them to go. So we used them to talk about all sorts of fun opossum things.
Well,
because,
it's so great that our zoo's able to do that,
Yes.
to provide a home for them.
well, and like you said, a lot of people are scared of them. They think that they carry rabies. That's a big misconception. Their body temperature is too low to carry rabies for the most part. Their body temp's about 92 degrees, I think. So it's too low to hold on to the virus. So it can happen, but it's really, really, really rare. Yep.
Shall we turn the food that way so the camera can see her face a little bit more?
Yeah, she's like, I'll go wherever you put this stuff.
Reba, we moved it.
I don't know if you guys can see when she's eating. I'll see if I can turn her around a little bit. Don't mind me interrupting your breakfast. She uses her little hands to eat. Here you go.
It's
Very good.
actually one of the most adorable things is the fact that she grabs the food with her little paws.
Yes.
And
And
little
takes it up to her
hands.
So
mouth.
she has thumbs on all 4 of her feet.
Oh,
So we ask kids
interesting.
in our shows to give us 2 thumbs up and then to do it with their toes.
Oh, that's
because opossums can do that.
adorable.
That's
How
cute.
great is that?
And that's all to help them climb. That's what
see.
they're built for.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, so
Another
they're
adaptation,
climbers too.
yep.
I like that. Well, of course they are, because you see them climbing fences in your backyard.
You
all the
should
time.
do.
Yeah. Great possum facts. Well, thank you so much for bringing her on our show
course.
today, and for our podcast listeners who are listening today.
Yeah. Reba. Maybe we should reach out to the real Reba and
Oh,
tell her that we
that
have
would be
a
great.
namesake. Yeah.
She's got a namesake.
Thank you, Hannah.
Of course, anytime.
Well, that was quite the experience getting to meet our animal friend.
Yeah, Reba was adorable, and I would have never thought I'd ever say that a possum was, an opossum, a Virginia opossum, was adorable, but
Well,
she is.
Fancy don't let me down, and Fancy did not let me down. So, I mean, that was fantastic.
And speaking of fancy,
The crowns are back. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
now Susan, were these just in your closet?
You know, in fact, they were in my work closet, which is even more ridiculous.
Okay, well,
yes.
we'll just,
Oh,
wait.
no.
Can't be a diva without my
That's
crown.
right. Don't
Okay.
let that fall.
All right, keep my head.
That means you have to keep the
Yes, that's
posture
right. Do it.
upright
Do it
and
like
straight.
this way.
Yes.
Okay.
Very regal. Very regal.
Fancy.
Well, Joy, this has been a fantastic episode.
It has.
I've enjoyed being here with you today as we talk about drama queens
Thank
of the
you.
natural world.
It's been a great episode. We've talked about some of the
Yes.
dramatic behavior that you can see in the
Yes.
natural world, such as llamas spitting on people and ants exploding and
You know, all of those dramatic things.
all those dramatic things.
And our wonderful animal friend that has helped to remind us about the natural world and how important it is to protect it.
Right, for sure.
That's right. And just remember, it's not too dramatic to remember to like and subscribe to the That's Wild podcast. You make a difference every day by valuing and protecting our natural world. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Subscribe for more, leave us a comment, share with your friends. Let's keep exploring the wonders of nature together.
Join us next time when we'll be talking about being crazy like a fox, everything about foxes. Join us for our next episode of That's Wild.